More!
Lunch break!
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another super special episode of Lunch Break.
I'm super excited about this one because, as you guys all know, there's a new Doctor Strange movie coming out May 6th, The Multiverse of Madness, and we got to interview Benedict Wong.
Yes, the Wong.
Benedict
Wong Fu.
It's the perfect combination for an interview. Benedict Wong, Benson from Wong Fu. Let's jump right in. What's up, Benedict?
Benson and Philip, hi, how are you?
Good,
Hi,
good.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys, finally.
Today we're talking about Multiverse of Madness, and we're so excited to watch it ourselves.
I'm sure you know our friend
Simu.
Simu or Shang-Chi.
Yeah. So yeah, Simu's a good friend of ours, and we know that we love seeing you, in that movie as well. And I know Shang-Chi gets a lot of praise for, being that first Asian Marvel superhero to get a lead role. But I still remember when we got to see Wong show up in Doctor Strange for the first time. I was so overjoyed. Take us back to like when you first got that role. Like, how did it feel coming in as an Asian character into the the Marvel universe?
Yeah, thank you. My jaw dropped when I went online and found that, there was a character called Wong. I was doing the Martian at the time, and my good friend Chiwetel Ejiofor was doing the film, and I tried to convince him to sign a petition called Wong for Wong, and all I would need was his signature and Benedict Cumberbatch's, and I thought it would be a complete shoo-in, But it wasn't the case. I didn't have an agent at the time, and then they ended up finding me as I was filming Marco Polo, and for a series of auditions in Budapest and Slovakia. And then I found out when I was in Malaysia, and I got the gig. And as soon as I finished the season of Marco Polo, I flew into London and pretty much was straight onto set. But one of my sort of opening gambits with the discussions with Kevin Feige and Stephen Brossard at the time, having looked at the source material and how kind of as it was made back in the day, there were certain kind of issues of servile tea drinking kind of servant wasn't the thing that I was into doing, and it was great that we were all singing off the same hymn sheet. Really, it was a moment. It was a real moment, considering I collected all these Spider-Man comics when I was 14, and to kind of realize I enjoyed telling stories and to meet Stan Lee, and I think it was one of the first Asian Marvel Studio characters to exist. So yeah, it was a wonderful moment for me, and I think the character progression and where it leads us to now is it is a testament to Kevin and the team, really.
Absolutely, and I think you brought up how like there had to be like kind of shifts in the approach to characters and the story, and I think that there was definitely like a lot of thought that went into it, and you having so many fans already from Marco Polo and your past work, I'm sure that they love seeing that the way you took Wong, in the Marvel universe, and now we have Shang-Chi, we have Miss Marvel. There's so many more Asian characters. How does it feel to see kind of like what Wong essentially started, back, like not even that long ago, but just how quickly it's happened?
I know. I mean, there was a moment actually when we were filming the funeral scene, when we were all together, that I just had a little mini moment with Dave Bautista and Pom.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We just huddled together as like Asian superheroes.
I guess Drax. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It was a little bit of a little mini yay moment, actually. That was lovely. I mean, especially like, as soon as I found out that they were making Shang-Chi, and from again with that kind of sort of source material, when like, well, how are you going to get out of this one? It's like to see what they did with that, that was a real moment for us, and I talk about this a lot, about platform and opportunities, to give us a platform with the Marvel Studios and everything that they can throw at it, and just the incredible ensemble and just everyone throughout, from set design to kind of, obviously Destin as well, and how thoughtful the approach was, and to have so many legends. And I only speak of, of the likes of Michelle and Tony Leung, who's one of my heroes, and Simu, what an incredible job he's done, and what an ambassador he is, to be the first leading Asian superhero. So massive full credit to him.
You mentioned the source material of the characters. I'm curious, how much of Benedict do you bring into the Wong character, and how much of Wong do you relate to as Benedict?
Well, coming from Salford, we're very much kind of have that no nonsense trait, so that definitely came in.
Yeah.
And I just thought this was great how we started this character, sort of the no nonsense midfield general librarian, and we took it from there. But I like to have a laugh, and we try and find little drops of humor where we can within the character. There is kind of an air of seriousness as well, and I am serious in my job as well, but also take it lighthearted, when I can as well. So to not be too serious, a bit of a yin and yang thing.
And I'm sure there's when, being sensitive and having to take different approaches to the character for a modern time. And now the fact that, Wong has become the Sorcerer Supreme. When you got word that they were taking that direction, and you're like, wait, man, back when I got this first role, I was just going to be like a librarian to now you're the Sorcerer Supreme. How did that feel when you heard that news?
Well, you work on the fries for a while. Sometimes they offer you area manager, don't they? Yeah. It was great because I was in Australia at the time when we were filming Shang-Chi, and then we had that huge hiatus, of course.
Yeah.
And to have Sam Raimi, he's incredible. And just for him I didn't have a script. I just have him just narrating and telling me the story. And then he just kind of went, oh yeah, and of course you're the Sorcerer Supreme. And I went, whoa, can we just rewind? And it was a real moment, especially being told by him. And I just love the character progression of that, to sort of, he's been at Kamar-Taj for such a long time. There's something kind of the integrity about Wong as well. And in a way, they're quite sort of chalk and cheese, within kind of the Wong and Doctor Strange kind of relationship, and that he is, somewhat wayward with his powers. And, I'm there to sort of kind of rein him in. Yeah, I'm really thrilled. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering, what was Wong doing those 5 years that he was, by himself
Right.
before Doctor Strange came back?
Exactly. Sign the series petition.
That's what I was literally about to say.
This is what we need.
We got to have a side series, your own series of, and not even just those 5 years, but every time you're leaving somewhere, you're always like, hey, I got other things to do. We got to. What is Wong doing in those situations?
Yeah. And what are all the other Wongs doing, right? Because there's a multiverse, right?
Hey, look, I don't mind doing a multi-serial series. It's a bit like these characters, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and they're in Hamlet, and they kind of sort of pop in, and then they just bob off again, and then they come back. But and then somebody wrote a play called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. It was just solely about them. So maybe. Yeah, as you said, that's it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Hey, you just related Marvel to Shakespeare right there, so I feel like that's you're writing them right there.
Call it out to the MC universe and see what happens. Yeah.
Your character, your powers obviously are coming from a magical place, and I've seen interviews with like Elizabeth Olsen, kind of talking about her different hand gestures and choreography. I'm curious, how much of those gestures are you? How much of it is magic? How much of it is choreography? Are there moves that you try to put in there yourself?
Yeah, well, I am actually a sorcerer, so they've saved an fortune on VFX, really. So I'm good for their budget. But no, I kind of incorporated I used to go to Kung Fu school when I was a kid, up until about 8 to 16. So I sort of traded, because we always had to go to Sunday school for Chinese lessons. I was only if I can do, Kung Fu school. And I just ended up kind of just running off down to the amusement arcade and then going to Kung Fu lessons. But there was a mixture of kind of using this kind of tiger claw, which I sort of incorporated into Infinity War.
Yep.
But you're always supposed to, I'm always having this constant dialogue with whoever's helming the VFX, like, I'm doing it now, I'm doing it right now. Or, you could just find yourself kind of clearing giant spider webs,
So this movie is talking about the multiverse. What are other versions of, not Wong, but Benedict potentially doing in other dimensions? If you did not go down acting, What are some other places that Benedict Wong might have ended up?
I quite like to be like a private detective or something.
Okay.
And also a part-time masseuse as well. So,
Okay.
So I don't know how that would kind of work, where I'm just like kind of relaxing the captive and then arresting them for something.
That could be the perfect cover, actually.
Well, you know, the restaurant business. Obviously, I grew up in the, working in a chip shop. You know, the family business.
I have a cafe right now, so we can exchange war stories.
Great.
sometime.
Where's your cafe? You have one, or?
Yeah, it's in San Gabriel here in LA. There's like the Asian enclave area, like the San Gabriel Valley 626 area.
Great.
Come by sometime.
Yeah.
We saw singing karaoke at the end of Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
A very Asian activity.
Love it.
So what is your go-to karaoke song? What is your personal choice?
It's Frank Sinatra, really. Just
Yes.
My Way. Yeah.
Ooh, are you a crooner? Are you a crooner?
You know, I croon a bit. I drop that song. You know, I pick the $50 prize money and I drive into the next town. That's it.
That's a good
What
gig.
about you two? What's your favorite?
Man, he turned it around.
I think we have similar tastes. We're like a R&B, like
Yeah?
late 90s, early 2000s R&B.
Although I will say I always got to go to Aerosmith. Don't want to miss a thing. I can't sing it, but like because it gets pretty high.
Yeah.
But
What about you, Benson?
Oh man, it's got like there's a lot of good Usher, a lot of good Usher stuff in there. You know, I can't pinpoint one song right now.
yeah.
Right. Well, we're definitely doing it together then.
Okay.
We'll trade our songs together.
Next time.
Summer Siege.
Last question. I gotta ask. You growing up in the UK as an Asian there, and obviously like us growing up here in America, like obviously like representation is a huge thing, and wanting to see yourself. How does it feel knowing that there are kids growing up in the UK right now that are seeing you and seeing that, hey, I could be just a regular kid from one of these towns, and I could end up,
Being a superhero.
Being a superhero. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. It means a lot because there wasn't any when I was growing up. You know, I mean, there was the superhero in Bruce. You know, and
The superhero. Yep.
yeah, the superhero, the original Asian superhero. And incidentally, I would always get the book, The Tao of Jeet Kune Do, and hone that into kind of my artistry, really. So he helped a lot. But I mean, as a kid, no, there wasn't, and it works on so many levels that especially for actors to see that it's possible. It's like as I'm a beacon of hope.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
And also, for young kids now to kind of, they have these. I mean, my son, it was quite bizarre having, I got my own action figure. I just put it on the table. I didn't realize, when he came in from school and he picked it up. Well, it was a bit bizarre seeing his dad, but it was just looking, and it was I had a real moment. There's a beautiful photo of where there's a back of the head of this kid, and he's holding aloft the Simu's doll of Shang-Chi, and that to me really kind of struck to me. It was like, wow, it's wonderful that a kid so young now has someone to look up to, and that means so much for us, as you well know. That even when we watch Shang-Chi, and that rush of overall feeling of just feeling represented fully, in all of the spectrum, within the music, in direction, and we laughed and cried in that, and that's it. The power of representation. That's what it does, and Marvel does that well.
I love seeing the Wong costumes every Halloween. So I might have to dress up my newborn in a Wong costume this time.
Thank you so much, Benedict, for taking the time to chat with us, and thank you for coming on lunch break with us.
Benedict, I'll see you hopefully at the premiere. Actually, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, come say hello.
I will.
Lunch break.
What a guy.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that he had a British accent. So when he first came on, I'm like, oh my God. I've just been so used to saying Wong. I was totally expecting, how's it going, guys? it was a lovely Englishman. That guy is so cool. Like, Wong is already cool. Benedict Wong, though.
He might be a little bit cooler.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Benedict, for sitting down with us. It was truly an honor and very special to be able to get to talk to you.
And make sure to watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, May 6th.
Shout out to Disney and Marvel Studios for setting this up. See you guys later.
Bye.